Okay, what I've got here is a Ripspeed dv740. I'm just going to give you a basic show on the outside. This is the detachable bit here, as detached by this button just above the volume. And then you've got power, mute, repeat, previous track, forward track. This section here, SD card HC, which is a larger size of SD cards and USB. I currently have an SD card in this, which is, you'll just be able to see it there, and the USB port. Right here you've got your first AUX port on the front of the device, eject disc, displays, basically switches the external bit from time to whatever is currently playing. We'll open it up and have a look here. The only thing I will note is that if you do have a look at this from side on, it does stick out a fair bit, maybe 2 or 3 centimeters. What's currently displaying now is camera image, but I haven't got a camera attached, so I won't show you anything. So we'll start with the source menu. This is your main menu, accessible, your radio, disc, USB. It's currently blackened out, as you can just about tell, because it's not attached. SD card, first AUX and second AUX. Now, the second AUX is a RGB 2 split cables on the back. I currently don't have anything attached to that. But if you do want to, you can use that to run things to other parts of the car. And your camera here. So we'll start with the radio. As you can see, these are your main presets. Pretty straightforward to set after you've read the manual, whatever. And it comes up with a small slogan. Normally it's whoever you're listening to. Here you've got an individual FM channel surfer, so it's it's able to identify what it is. This enables you to switch your preset to a specific memory set. It has 3 FM bands, and I think it has 3 AM bands as well. No, just the 2, sorry. This button enables you to search radio stations by what type of music they play, or social documentaries, or all that sort of good stuff. Here you've got the EQ. The EQ is a pretty good selection of presets that will suit your needs or specific listening types. Here you've got bass, middle, treble, and your sub. That's pretty much it, really. And this section here shows you where the speaker orientation is around your specific position. What we'll do now is we'll go out of radio, and I will show you the SD card. All the stuff I put on the SD card are pretty much drag and drop. There's a few programs and an album. What you can see here is your previous tracks, so on. This is a directory. It shows where you are. Obviously in plus, into specific folders, minus out of specific folders. What you can currently see now is it's going to start playing Family Guy. The DVD menu, due to the touchscreen, is a little bit of a pain sometimes, because you'd have to stop the video to return back to the menu. But as you can see here, we've got the selection of films identified and the folder with the music in it. I'm not entirely sure whether it'll play playlists or which playlists it will play. As you know, if you're using iTunes, they're a different type of playlist than what Windows Media plays. So I'll have to check that one out, and I'll make a comment. But you have your access to your EQ, as you did on the previous radio one. It does set specific EQs for each type of media you're listening to, as the other one was dance. Like the SD card, the EQ is set at dance, and the radio is set at rock, just simply because of what I listen to. The disc I've currently got in is a DVD. Now the menu for a CD is exactly the same as the SD card. It'll just simply show the tracks instead of a directory for whatever you're listening to. Now the DVD I've got in is just a basic selection of music DVDs, pretty much. This is the menu of the DVD I've been using. It's had no problem so far. It's noticed all the different ones here, the different buttons, and comes up with their own menu when you tap to the right of the screen, and enables you to play whatever I've got on here. Appears to be quite a few things. You have to be careful that if you tap too high, it will just automatically bring up the pre-DVD menu. Play that one. But tapping pretty much anywhere on the right of the screen, when it's loaded the DVD, will bring up this menu, and tapping directly in the top left will return you to the source menu. As you can see, the quality is actually pretty good for the size of the screen. It's pretty crisp, pretty clear, and the sound's not bad either. And it's me that you're cutting. It's a pretty good DVD player for the type of price you're looking at. When you look at the Alpine ones, they're nearly £300 more expensive than this. I'll just give you a quick show of the remote you get with it. It has a selection of buttons here: repeat, tilt for the screen, and then you've got your open, close, go to, display, stop, pause, whatever. It does have a zoom function as well. The menu, title, subtitles if they are available on your specific DVD, volume, and the presets for the radio, eject, source, mute, and power. The remote is actually pretty good. It's really light, very thin. Sits quite nicely down there for me. But that's pretty much it. The only real downside of this is simply how far it sticks out the dash. But if you know what you're doing, then you could probably eliminate that. I've just basically tacked it in, but it's not bad.